My life was plagued by worn or loose drill chuck keys. This Jacob's chuck came off my father's Black & Decker, it's probably 50 years old. I fitted hardened bushings in the key pivot points. The worn key slips, no surprise there. However, even with a better key there is little improvement. The key I made fits snugly in the pivot points and does not slip. It is hardened, but less than the chuck gear. Before I made myself a set of chuck keys, I made this single tooth version, which works surprisingly well. You can tighten the bejesus out of the chuck, though not as convenient. I measured a few drill chuck keys and determined that the teeth are angled at 70 degrees. I cut a corresponding taper on this hardened shaft which I previously annealed. Drill chuck keys have 12 teeth and I might just cut a usable tooth profile using a Module 1 cutter. The 12-tooth cutter does not fit the profile. However, I'll manage using the 135-tooth one. The dividing head I built is held on the vise. A screw goes through its base and is screwed into a bar which is securely held in the jaws V-groove. The dividing head is also angled at 70 degrees. The cutter was set on the blank center and fed in the required amount for a Mod 1 gear. The dividing head has a 60-tooth worm wheel, so to cut 12 teeth I need to turn the crank 5 turns on any plate. I engaged the power feed on the slowest setting as this material is still on the hard side. And it's done, already looking like a chuck key. It seems to work, just needs a boss. A 5.9mm hole is drilled, so that a 6mm pin can be pressed in. The pin is then pressed in the hole. And it works. Now to drill a cross hole for the lever and then heat treat it. The bar was cross-drilled to accept the handle, which shall be pressed after heat treating the part. The parts were heated to cherry red in a small coffee can furnace. After a little soak, they are ready for quenching. Parts were then quenched in oil. Hard as glass. And a little wire brushing to remove the scale. I tempered the drill keys, so as not to wear the chuck gear. This was done before pressing the key lever, otherwise the glass hard material risks cracking. And there you have it, 1 by drill chuck key. Works like a charm. When tightening or loosening a drill chuck, always apply force towards the chuck. The applied force tends to keep the key in contact with the gear, reducing wear at the teeth and chuck pivot points.